Hey guys, this is your Nintendo Switch weekly wrap-up for the week of May 28th through June 3rd. As per every week, I first want to cover game releases, then game announcements, and lastly, a bit of extra news. This week, we got Last Resort as the typical Neo Geo release ported onto the Switch. Last Resort is a shoot-'em-up game that was released in SNK era back in 1992 in Japan. Then, over at the Japanese eShop, we saw the release of Seiken Densetsu, which is Secret of Mana Collection, for 5,184 yen, or roughly about $47. And this collection will include all 3 games from the series. Moving over to the game announcements this week, we got word from Hamster Inc. about a couple of Neo Geo ports coming onto the Switch. Starting out with Shock Troopers Second Squad, Sengoku, Fatal Fury 2, Magic Drop 2, and Metal Slug 2. All of these games will be coming out as a weekly Nintendo Switch Neo Geo port. Then we got news from Tiny Build that Phantom Trigger is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Phantom Trigger is a 2D hardcore neon slasher with RPG roguelike elements with great music and a very interesting aesthetic. Then we got a very interesting announcement from Sidebar Games that Golf Story is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is a 2D sprite open world golf game with many RPG centric elements, where the protagonist will meet a diverse cast of characters and the game will offer challenges and puzzles and many more adventures to prolong your story. People are actually calling this the Stardew Valley of golf. During the Chio Street Live 2017 event, Mage decided to show off a few games, and we got confirmation that Anonymous Code is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is a visual novel game that follows the story of holy war hackers. Then we got some pretty big news from Japanese developer Natsume, which confirmed that both River City Rival Showdown and River City Knights of Justice are both coming to the Nintendo Switch this fall. President and CEO of Natsume, Hiro Maekawa, said that River City Tokyo Rumble was a huge success, and these 2 follow-ups of the popular River City Kunio-kun franchise are the perfect continuation for the series. Then we got confirmation from Circle Entertainment that Pictotier is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Dubbed as the slow-living miniscape RPG, Pictotier puts players where they will follow a character living on an island where they can find monsters, mine materials, farm, and even go fishing. Then we got confirmation that Ironcast from Ripstone is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Ironcast is a turn-based strategy game set in an alternative Victorian history with roguelike elements and a steampunk twist. Players can control a 7-meter tall walking Ironcast to defend 1880s Victoria's England from a walking invading force of enemy called Ironcast. The Switch's HD Rumble will be supported along the touchscreen for portable play. We also got confirmation from Retalakia Games that I Am Me is coming to the Switch. This is a side-scrolling puzzle platformer which also hit Steam last year. The last 2 announcements we got this week are pretty big. The first one comes to us from 505 Games that Indivisible is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Indivisible is an RPG platformer starring Anja, a girl who sets out on a globe-spanning journey to discover the truth behind her mysterious powers. On her quest, she's joined by a variety of unique heroes and gains new abilities, travels the environments, and defeats the enemies they'll encounter along the way. The last announcement we saw this week came to us from Tokyo RPG Factory, which are the makers of I Am Setsuna, that Lost Sphere is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This will be another retro style JRPG that kinda looks like I Am Setsuna with a very lovely soundtrack. As far as miscellaneous news go, we also saw gameplay of Pine, Hover Revolt of Gamers, Aeterno Blade 2, and Knights of Azure 2. We also got word from Nintendo regarding their online plans for the Switch, and of course, as you might already know, this will be a $19.99 yearly charge for a plan that will mimic something like PlayStation Plus, where they will offer some NES classics and potentially SNES classics in the future online play. Still a lot of questions regarding that, but it's nice that we at least have a price. And lastly, of course, as a reminder, the Testpunch for ARMS is still taking place this week. This will be the last one before the game is released on the 16th. That's all the news and announcements we have this week. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to come back next week for more Nintendo Switch news. See ya.